I couldn't tell you.
You don't know?
I don't know. I'm really focused right now. I can't really give directions.
You gotta get on YouTube. All right, you got your phone there, right?
Yeah.
This is your background here, this red one?
Yep.
I'm gonna put my glasses in here.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. You won't crush it too much, right?
Correct.
Alright, that way.
get to stay to take photos?
So once you hear your child's name, sort of right in front of the stands here, between the parents and the stands right here,
I didn't understand.
you should be able to.
Say it again. So they call my kid's name.
Yeah.
At that point, where is the kid? On the stage or somewhere?
They'll be
in the-
walking across the
Okay.
stage.
Uh-huh.
They'll be receiving some things down there where they're all standing.
Okay.
And right where that gentleman is
Uh-huh.
pretty much where parents tend to stand for pictures.
So when the kids come this way,
They'll be coming from that way.
so they will be coming from that way, and
Yeah.
they will walk on the stage,
Yep.
and they will shake hands over there.
Yep.
Okay, and they keep doing that, and then they come downstairs where those people are,
Yeah.
and they get a paper or something over there.
Yep.
Okay, at that point they will come this way or this way.
They'll go around the stand,
behind that metal thing.
behind the metal thing.
Okay.
They'll loop around all of these stairs,
Okay.
and then they'll come back down this aisle we're in right now,
Oh, okay.
and then back to their seat.
Okay, so this is where they sit.
Yeah.
And they will come that way. Okay, where did I got where the kids come from. Where is the place for the parent to be?
Just about where those two people are.
But if we stay there, we'll be blocking the other parents, right?
Well,
Yeah, I know. I just
they'll tell you to not stay there too long. Get your picture and then get out is what they'll tell you. But you'll see about 20 parents at a time will gather right about there.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's the corner.
Yeah, that corner, right where the
So you'll get in there and then out.
Yes.
and then they go all the way around and then back down this aisle to the seat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And that is where you recommend us standing.
Yeah, that's the spot right
When you
there.
see the kids standing over there in line is when we come to this place
Yeah.
to take photos.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
No problem. What's your kid's name?
Meghna.
Meghna?
Meghna's last name is Governor. It starts with a G. So they go by the last name or the first name?
Last name. They'll say first and last.
Yeah, but they call kids by the last name.
Yeah.
Right? It's not it.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you one of the staff?
Yeah, I'm one of the teachers at that school.
And the brother is also in finished high school in the same school.
Cool.
So what do you teach?
I'm a tech ed teacher. Media and woodworking.
What's your name?
John Shine. Nice to meet you too.
Actually, she's my niece.
Well, congratulations. Hi.
Sorry. Is this a live stream or are you photographing?
Live stream.
Okay. How good is the sound?
It's fine.
I'm just that's very loud. Maybe.
I'm
Is there
hooked.
gonna think it?
I'm hooked into their microphone.
Nah, there's no mic here.
So you could talk to me the whole time. Actually, let me make sure. Now that you mention it.
I just don't. I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah. Actually, you brought that to my attention, so that was very good.
So,
Yo,
John,
how you doing?
Where's the live stream?
Don't know. ICSD Communications should be putting it on the school site at some point.
So it's on here. Right. Hey,
I went to where you told me I won't get a good angle over there. So
Yeah, I mean that's where they have them. I know some parents will even take a picture here.
I'm trying to figure out how to convince you to sell me this spot.
Well, you can certainly come up right here when you need to take the picture.
But
I'm sure.
if we, you're okay with that?
Yeah, you won't be blocking my lens as long as you're not touching the stand, because that could shake it and make it, disrupt the image.
Okay, so you're okay if I come and take it because I went
Yeah.
over there, but there is no way I get my kid over there anyway. So okay.
No problem.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mr. Shine.
Yeah.
Thank you. My kid over there anyway, so okay.
No problem.
Thank you so much, fine. If there is a white thing, what do you call it? The booklet. Okay.
Program.
Yeah, okay, the program. If I see a booklet, it says, does it mean that it is taken?
I think they put one on every.
On every,
Well,
so that doesn't
I know
mean
that they
something.
definitely have them on the
Yes, I
student
got.
seats
Yes.
and everything up front here. Back here, I don't know. I think maybe because they were passing them out at the front.
Yeah.
So your guess is as good as mine.
Okay, the noise is taken, so I may stop right here and I will see you, okay?
Feel free.
Thanks.
No problem.
So who is doing the professional photographer? Like who is doing
That I don't know. But if they have professional photography, which I don't think they
They
do,
should have set it up right now.
but they might set up behind the flowers there
Okay.
because they pose after the fact with all their stuff. Not up there.
It will take too much time.
Yeah.
Approximately how long does it take for this whole thing to be done?
Well, this is a short ceremony this year because there's less students.
Okay.
Typically, the whole thing takes about until 9 o'clock or so, 2 hours roughly. I think that's about what it'll take.
So how many kids are there?
About 280.
That's it.
Yeah.
Somebody said 500.
Yeah.
Really 280.
I think 283 is the exact number.
So it changes every year?
Yeah. This is a very small class.
Even for 280, it was so hard to find parking.
I know. Everyone's got family.
And in our case, the whole extended family
Exactly.
came, like 13 people came to this event.
Which is why I do something like this. So maybe 13 people don't need to come or if they can't. But yeah.
Do you have a link for this?
Yeah, it's posted. It should be on the district website. But I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, so you can get to it through the district website. You go to the high school. No problem.
this summer?
A little bit. I got grad school, so I'm not going anywhere.
My son, Cosmo Genova,
Okay.
is very much into videography.
Cool.
And he just got he does a lot of freelance work for Outdoor Life magazine because
nice.
he's into the hunting, fishing, and they just bought a bunch of his videos.
Oh wow, that's
And
cool.
he's looking to make it a career.
Wow.
And he's kind of hitting against the wall because he's not trained in anything. He went to
Yeah.
University of Vermont in political science and
Yeah.
anthropology. So could he talk to you sometime? Could you get together with him maybe and just like talk? All right.
Yeah, sorry. Smile, Andre.
Hello, 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 hello. Well, thank you, Mr. Macon and the Ithaca High School Orchestra for our processional. At this point, I'd like the audience to stand and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem. And we ask that you remain standing for the Ithaca High School alma mater, Our Ithaca, composed by IHS graduate Michael Stern. Thank you, Mr. Risky and the Ithaca High School Choir. A few notes before we begin. I'd like you to note the exits in the building to the rear, northern-facing area. There's also a photo-taking area on the choir risers to the right of the stage where the children are exiting now. One family member is welcome to take a photo of his or her graduate crossing the stage while remaining inside the roped-off area. And we ask that you please return immediately to your seat once your graduate has left the stage. This will allow for everyone to get the shot they want. And please allow all graduates to proceed immediately from the stage to the diploma area back to their seats. That said, it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to our 144th Ithaca High School commencement. You can clap. And everyone can sit down as well. At this point, I want to do a few special thank yous to Superintendent Dr. Brown, members of the Ithaca City School District Executive Team, to our Board of Education members present this evening, Mr. Rob Ainsley, Brad Granger, Eldred Harris, Ann Reichland, and Pat Wazaloo. Thank you also to Jennifer Drew and Kip Opperman for providing sign language interpretation for this evening's ceremony. I also think it's important to give a nice round of applause to a guy that makes so many events happen here at Ithaca High School for our students. Let's hear it for the man, the myth, the machine, Mr. Carl Melander. And finally, we'd like to honor many of you in our audience, families who have been supportive and generous this year throughout the class of 2019's time at IHS. If you helped plan one of the class's fun events, donated your time at any one of these events, or contributed financially in any amount, please rise at this time and accept the class and IHS sincere thank you. Let's give them a nice round of applause. 4 years ago, the class of 2015's chapter of the National Honor Society introduced a program called Pages Through the Ages. This program asks each of the graduating seniors to welcome an incoming kindergartner with a children's book and a personalized message. Today, we continue that wonderful tradition. Our graduates have each written a message to the ICSD's newest and youngest students in the hopes of encouraging them to read as much as possible. Seniors, please show us your pages through the ages, nice and high. Thank you, class of 2019. And now speaking for the class will be senior class co-president, Ms. Irina Rosenberg.
Good evening, IHS faculty. I'm short, sorry. Oh. It's going great already. Good evening again. IHS faculty, families, friends, community members, and most importantly, the IHS class of 2019. I would first like to thank all the parents, guardians, teachers, and mentors that have given us guidance over these past 4 years. We could not have done it without you. Thank you for believing in the people we would become today. Also, shout out to my parents. Thank you for giving me the world and more. I love you so much. When I pictured myself giving a speech at graduation, I imagined a high school 3 type of deal. An inspirational speech, an East High Wildcats cheer, and finally, a 3-minute-long dance sequence that ends with a curtain closing and an emotional close-up of my face, reminiscing on the fact that high school was just a very long 3-movie musical. While I'm still completely down for the dance sequence, high school really has been a musical of ups and downs with a plot line that ends with a grand finale. Going along with the 3-part musical, freshman and sophomore year kind of blurred together, with the school still feeling like a labyrinth, but the interactions between peers and teachers becoming smoother. The far-off feel of being done with high school made some of us start to have stage 1 senioritis, which is relatable now, as most of us are beyond at least stage 5. Junior year came around, and the future were the 2 words we dreaded the most. We started taking random career quizzes on Naviance and realized that our dream of becoming a whale whisperer was not actually what we wanted to do with our lives. We geared up for what was to come, and just like that, we are in our senior year of high school. Senior year was full of excitement. The future started to become an inevitable reality. Instagram stories uploading countdowns to graduation seemingly on the daily. We could hardly believe we were top dogs, but we still got jiggy with it. Finally, we took our last laps, high fives, and bows. A blacklight dance, a bowling night, a casino night, and a couple proms later, we concluded our year with a splash, seniors, if you know what I mean. And now, here we are. Dear IHS class of 2019, we made it. All 3-ish acts in one great big musical. We sang away our worries and danced off all our fears. As one of your class officers, I am beyond proud of your perseverance and determination. Representing this class has been an honor, and I admire the people you all have all become today. Nevertheless, this class is more than a group of leaders, scholars, All-Americans, and social justice fighters. This class is a group of strong and unique people who have the world in their hands. Together, we have overcome the soreness of our muscles from taking every standardized test imaginable. We have stood up for the rights of women and people of color in both our local theater department and on the streets of Washington, D.C. We advocated for the environment by picking up trash and bringing attention to our school's plastic cup use. We have grown up together, bouncing off ideas and learning from one another. Though our paths may diverge here, we must never forget where we came from and the storylines that brought us to where we are today. Our journeys are just beginning, and our time is now. As William Shakespeare once said, "Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Though in life, not everyone can be born great or have greatness thrust upon them, I truly believe that each and every one of you can and will achieve your own greatness, whether it be recognized by the world or just a few. In this grand finale, time has flown us by, almost not waiting for us to catch our breaths. We have made memories that will last us a lifetime, and let the cherishing be forevermore. From this point on, I hope life becomes even more fruitful and that opportunities lay ahead like I know they do for each and every one of you. I can't wait to see how you will make this world a better place. Class of 2019, it has been an amazing 4 years that we have been all in this together. I truly wish you all the very, very best, and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Irina. Now speaking for Ithaca High School class of 2019 will be senior class co-president, Mr. Ethan Merrifield.
I love you too, Emma. Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you all to the 2019 Ithaca High School graduation ceremony. It is an honor to have this opportunity to speak to you today on behalf of the class. But wow, the time has really flown by. I can still remember the heat of the big gym on the first day of school during freshman orientation, feeling all of the uncertainty of what high school would be ahead of me. I remember how strange and far away graduation seemed to me back then, but each and every one of us sitting here today has made it through, and here we are. Finally, our time to walk across this stage and graduate. Still, it is important to remember that we couldn't have gotten to this point on our own, and I believe we owe a couple of thank yous. First of all, I would like to thank all of the teachers who worked with us and pushed us to keep us going, even when we just wanted to quit. For all the times they gave up their lunches to help us study for an upcoming test, or to just sit with us and work through a problem we didn't understand. Thank you to the teachers who have encouraged us, taught us, and most importantly, helped us prepare for what comes next. Thank you to all of the coaches and advisors who have believed in us and convinced us to push ahead and try our very hardest, although sometimes we wanted to give up. To the ones who have been there for us during our highs and lows and kept us going. Thank you to all the members of the IHS community for putting up with all of our loudness and crazy antics. To the custodians who have cleaned up after us daily, you cannot be thanked enough. To the lunch ladies who work so hard to keep us fed, you always brighten our days. Each and every staff member at Ithaca High School is responsible for getting us to this point, and we owe them a lot. We couldn't have done it without you. We also owe a thank you to our parents, step-parents, guardians, and siblings. To all of those people who make up our families, however you might define that. Without their love and support, we would not be who we are today. And last, but certainly not least, thank you to everyone in the class of 2019. You have all been so amazing and such a supportive class. I genuinely could not imagine a better group of amazing people to have shared my time with at IHS. I have known many of you my entire life, and having the opportunity to watch each of you grow and change, constantly developing into who you are, has honestly been my favorite thing about being a leader. I am so proud of all of you and all of your accomplishments. All of the great experiences we've had together this year has brought us together in ways I never would have imagined. My heart is filled with undying love for each and every one of you, and I'm so excited to see all of the amazing things you are all going to accomplish in the years ahead. So right now, I'm going to ask all of the seniors to do something. Stop looking at me and instead look all around you. Seniors, notice your peers, your friends, former classmates, families, teachers, lab partners, whoever. Up until this point, these people have been the only people in our lives. Take the warmth you feel for one another, the acceptance, the comfort you have in each other's company, and truly embrace it. Because yes, we all may grow apart to some extent, but we will also only be as close as we choose to be. So bring this warmth and love with you into the future, and look back at high school with fond memories and an open heart. My heartfelt love and hopes for success and adventure go with you all into whatever comes next. Congratulations, 2019.
Thank you, Ethan. I'd now like to welcome to the stage Senior Class Secretary Syria Fitzgerald and Treasurer Andrew Kim to present this year's IPEI Senior Class Awards and introduce this year's keynote speaker.
Every year, the Ithaca Public Education Initiative, or IPEI, funds awards for specific recipients chosen by the senior class and presented during the senior awards ceremony. We will also be honoring the recipients tonight. These awards recognize an enthusiastic and creative new teacher in an impactful school club and an exceptional non-teaching staff member. This year, the IHS School Club Award has been given to the Green Team. The Green Team has found ways to make our school and community a more environmentally friendly place, including eliminating the use of plastic cups in the school and providing students with water bottles.
This year's the IHS Staff Member Award has been given to Miss Marilyn Segreshi, and the new teacher award this year goes to Mr. Mateo Prokash. And now, we are very excited to introduce this year's keynote speaker, Mr. Michael Reif. It comes as no surprise that the senior class has chosen Mr. Reif to speak at graduation once again. And he has taught for 7 years in the Ithaca City School District and has watched many of us seniors mature throughout our years here at Ithaca High School. Not only in our academics, but also as individuals and as a community and as a class. Mr. Reif is such an intelligent, composed, and eloquent speaker that even his off-the-cuff conversations that are so casual seem like prepared speeches. Mr. Reif, hello. A moment. Uh-oh. Hello? Nope, I guess not.
Test, test, test. 1, 2, 2, 2. Test 1, test 2, test 3.
It's back! Woo! Okay, where was I? Mr. Reif is an integral part of the Ithaca High School community, having taught numerous juniors and seniors in English classes such as digital media, film studies, and English language and composition. Mr. Reif's highly esteemed film studies course is perhaps one of the most desired classes in the entire high school. And recently, throughout the year in his classes, Mr. Reif has shared small vignettes and photos of his son, Jack, whom he is very proud of. With a family history connected to the United Nations, Mr. Reif has also been the leading advisor for extracurriculars such as Model UN for 3 years.
Not only an expert on inductive writing and film noir, Mr. Reif is also a considerate and kind individual. On any given day, Mr. Reif will offer his classes ample spoonfuls of banana chips and wasabi peas, both questionable snack choices, but the action is indicative of his unselfish character. In school, Mr. Reif always strives to connect the topics we learn in class to real-world issues, constantly reminding us of the bigger picture and where we can make change. Although his discussions with students allow us to engage in meaningful conversations, there's never enough time to dive into all the topics that he wants to talk about. Today, we are looking forward to some of the ideas and stories he hasn't been able to fit into his usual classes. Things to carry with us beyond today. We are sure his words will be of great inspiration, even more than his impeccable fashion sense. Now, please give a warm welcome to the one and only Mr. Reif.
Thank you, Andrew, for troubleshooting the microphone. Where did Andrew go? Oh, there. Okay. We'll see if this lasts another 8 minutes, and maybe I'll just project out into the audience. All right. So thank you, class of 2019, for this opportunity. It is an honor and a privilege to be able to speak to you one final time before you walk across the stage and into the new chapter of your life. Mr. Carl Melander told me I have an hour, so settle in. I'm going to start at the beginning of time and stroll through history and up to today. No, I'm kidding. I know many of you don't want this to go on too long, and I don't blame you. Also, my wife, Anna, is here with me tonight. Without her, none of this would be possible. Absolutely, I can hear it. I could hear it coming. She's also 5 months pregnant with our second child. And she said I need to wrap this up in 8 minutes, so that's what we're going to try to do. Standing here does remind me, though, that as Andrew noted, I was honored to be here 4 years ago as graduation speaker. You were just finishing 8th grade, most of you, at the time. You were probably somewhere else. With that in mind, I figured I'd just do the same speech again, if that's okay with you. This is new. June is actually a pretty big month for me. My son, Jack, he had his second birthday on June 2nd, so that's a nice synergy there. I think he's wandering in the back somewhere. Anna, have you seen him? I haven't seen him in a while. No, he's home with his grandparents. My birthday is also in June, June 23rd. Anna's birthday is June 20th. She's 3 days older than me and 3 times wiser. But the biggest day of this year is probably June 18th. Sure, it's our wedding anniversary. We've been married for 8 years. But it's also the day we found out if our second child was a boy or a girl. Do you want to know? Do you want to know what name we're going with? It looks like come November, Jack is going to be able to hold his brand new sister, Claire Frances Reif. Well, that's what we're going with right now. Things may change, we'll see. In fact, we were talking about new names walking up to the auditorium tonight, but that's what we're going with. Some of you may be thinking, though, that's a little early, picking a name in June, picking a middle name, but we like to plan, and names matter. If you've been in my class, you know the first thing that happens as you enter the room. You struggle to open the door. It's really heavy. Can someone behind me please help me with that at some point? But the second thing is what? I say your name. I say it directly, loudly, sometimes a little too loudly for some. Some of you like it. Some of you try to get the jump on me and say my name first. Appreciate that. Some of you are scared by it for a little while, but I hope you get used to it. Names matter to me. Your name matters to me. The first thing I do when I get my class list in the fall is I read the names. I try to memorize them. I assign a little writing the first day so I have something to give back to you, because that's something that helps me learn your name a little faster. But saying your name isn't just something I do to let you know that I see you and that I know you. A 2006 study from the Institute for the Study of Child Development found that when a young person hears their name, it triggers neurological impulses, brain activities, similar to when you reflect or think about yourself. Even for individuals who are in what is known as a persistent vegetative state, who show no or little awareness of the outside world, when you say their name, the same section of their brain lights up as their brain is scanned, as it does in ours. They may not outwardly show it, but inside their cells react as ours do. Hearing your name helps you actualize your being. Hearing your name helps you be you. And then there is the cocktail party effect. I haven't been to a cocktail party in a while. Remember, I've only got a 2-year-old at home, another on the way. But the cocktail party effect is a name for a brain phenomena where when you hear your voice in a physically crowded space or in a mentally crowded state, you gain clarity, you gain focus, you think a little more clearly. And in my way, I want to help you do that when you come into my room. Names matter to me. Your name matters to me. Of course, names aren't everything. Just because you know someone's name doesn't mean you know everything about them or anything beyond one fact, really. Indeed, to paraphrase the Nigerian author Chimamanda Adichie, no one is just one thing. No one is just a refugee or the label people put upon them, or they're just their name. No one is just one thing. But I think knowing a name, the name you identify with, you are comfortable with, is a way to open the door, even just a little bit, to knowing more about someone. Seeing someone as a fully fledged human, entity, being, not just a student or a customer or that person over there. And knowing people's names is a way to start learning about someone's life. May help us overcome some of our most persistent challenges, even if they aren't always acknowledged as such. Learning someone's name so that you might learn more of someone's life may help us confront the persistent problem that resumes with traditionally white-sounding names are called back 50% more often than identical resumes with traditionally minority-sounding names. As Dr. Catherine A. DeSalles and Sonia K. Kang noted in their 2016 article published in Administrative Science Quarterly, minority candidates are, quote, whitening their names on their resumes. The names they identified with have grown into being with because they have to, because it works. Learning someone's name so that you can learn someone's life may help us confront the problem identified in a 2018 study from Cornell University. Dr. Melissa Ferguson that finds people are more likely to call male professionals by their last name but call female professionals in the same careers by their first name. The same study also found most people lend more authority to names, last names than the first, and therefore more authority to the last name men than the first name women, a trend that study indicates may lead to gender inequality. And learning someone's name so that you learn more of someone's life may also help us understand their death. A 2018 ProPublica study found that the clearance rate of transgender murder cases may be worse than the national average, partly because police departments across the country continue to, quote, dead name the victims in their investigations, using the names and genders they no longer identify with. This confuses the investigation. It delays justice. No, I don't think saying someone's name as they walk through your door is going to end racial discrimination or transgender bias or transgender erasure. But I do believe knowing someone's name and saying someone's name and recognizing someone as who they believe themselves to be matters. As Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. I would humbly add, when someone tells you their name, accept them. Accept them. Peter Sang writes in the 5th Discipline Field Book that among the tribes, quote, among the tribes of northern Natal and South Africa, the most common greeting equivalent to hello in English is the expression sawubona. It literally means I see you. If you are a member of the tribe, you might reply by saying Sikona, or I am here. The order of the exchange is important. Until you see me, I do not exist. It's as if when you see me, you bring me into existence. End quote. Until you see me, I do not exist. When you see me, you bring me into existence. When we say someone's name, when I say yours and you say mine, we are saying to each other, I see you. You exist. You exist to me. And every time you see someone you know, you have that opportunity to help them feel seen, heard, help them feel whole, loved. I realize these kind of speeches usually challenge you toward lofty goals and grand responsibilities, but I ask you only for something simple. After today, after you have walked across the stage, after you've heard your name, the names of your classmates, as you embrace your family and friends, say their names. Say their names with happiness and love, and do it tomorrow and the next day and beyond. But I also ask you this: learn the names of individuals who are strangers to you. Make them strangers no longer. Say their names, begin to learn their lives. Let us help each other live and exist more fully. We can help each and every person we meet become more fully who they feel themselves to be. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2019.
Time to bring a little music back to the program. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the IHS Choir, conducted by Miss Kristen Zariski, for their wonderful version of Don't Stop Me Now.
Having a good time, having a
It's awfully quiet in here. Could I ask that the graduating class of 2019 please stand? Could I ask that Dr. Brown and Board of Education member Mr. Brad Granger make your way to the podium, please? Dr. Brown, Mr. Granger, it is with great pride that I present to you the Ithaca High School class of 2019. Each student has met the requirements for a diploma as specified by the New York State Board of Regents and the Ithaca City School District Board of Education. Gentlemen, will you accept this class?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Brown. Thank you, Mr. Granger. Students, you may seat. And Mr. Granger, could I ask that you address the class on behalf of the Board of Education? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And congratulations to the Ithaca High School class of 2019. My name is Brad Granger, and I have the privilege of speaking to you on behalf of the Board of Education colleagues, all of whom congratulate you and wish you the best in the future. You've been in school, either here for 13 years or for some years elsewhere, and completing your schooling here. I am leaving the Board of Education after 12 years of challenging and rewarding board service. It has been my pleasure to observe your class for almost your entire time in our schools. You have done well in the arts, athletics, and academic areas, and our community is very proud of each and every one of you. I am aware that I am keeping you from your diplomas and your parties. I want to take just a minute to suggest to you that in your plans for your future, you consider and make room in your life for community service. We live in a place and time that values personal achievement above all else. And I hope that each of you will achieve wonderful things on a personal level. You are lucky to have had the opportunity to live and go to school in this resource-rich community. Not everyone in this country has been as fortunate as you, and certainly less than half the world has had your advantages. As you move through life, I want you to remember that you have been what you have been given, not earned, these many advantages. Community service does not require you to work in government service or the nonprofit sector. Those can be extremely rewarding career choices, and I honor each of you who choose such a path. If you don't choose that path, there will be many opportunities to volunteer your time and treasure. I have the privilege to serve on more than 15 boards over the years in areas such as affordable housing, youth development, elder care services, mental health services, and higher education. Pick an area that speaks to you and make a difference. Volunteer your time. Make regular donations if your resources allow. On a board. Advocate before government agencies. And I know you know how to do that because I've seen you in front of our board. Speak out among your friends and colleagues. Please go beyond a GoFundMe contribution and look to the root causes of the problem. Put your energy into changing those causes. If you do this, you will be rewarded. There will be new friends who share your empathy and concerns. You will experience a sense of community which is greater than the individual. I hope you will, if not today, someday, give this consideration. Since 1980, I have had the oath of the Athenian city state hanging over my desk. I would like to read this to you. Please, don't worry, it's short. We will never bring disgrace on this our city by an act of dishonesty. We will fight for the ideals and sacred things of this city, both alone and with many. We will revere and obey the city's laws, and will do our best to incite a like reverence and respect in those above us who are prone to annul them or set them at naught. We will strive unceasingly to quicken the public's sense of civic duty. Thus, in all these ways, we transmit this city less, but greater and more beautiful than it was transmitted to us. I trust each of you will strive to transmit the communities you will live in greater and more beautiful than we have transmitted them to you. Congratulations and best wishes to each of this year's graduates.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Will the senior class move forward to receive your diplomas at this time? Handing out diplomas this evening are IHS counselor Miss Amanda Poyer, our band director Miss Nikki Zowell, and Enfield principal Mr. Keith Harrington.
Good evening. It's my great honor to read some names. Class President, Ethan Dennis Merrifield. Class President, Irina Rosenberg. Class Secretary, Surya Fitzgerald. Class Treasurer, Andrew Hyunshik Kim.
Let's do this.
Rayvon Joseph Abbott.
Ishmael Abdur Razak.
Haley Helen Armstead Ackerman. Karima Jamila Adib. Janaea Allen.
Trevor Scott Ailing.
Casey Ruth Anderson. DR Asset.
Brett Avery.
Mamadou Mukhtar Ba. Reed Nicole Baker. Ezra James Baptiste. James Barnett Hill. Rosemary May Barnett Young.
Davina Marie Barrett.
Milena Elise Bell. Noah Corrente Bell. Misha Bjerken. Seneca Stewart Blakely Armitage. William Lewis Block. Trevor Adair Bollinger. Christina Bong. Fiona Rose Botts. Simon Joseph Brand. Sarah Beth Broyhouse. Bella Luna Marie Briggs. Joseph Andrew Brutnell.
It's out.
Hello, hello.
It's out.
Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing,
It's
testing.
going to come on right as we're saying it. Hello, hello. Oh, there you go.
Hello, hello.
Okay. Kevin?
Kevin James Burgess. All for you, man.
Isaac Butler III. Ayana Monique Kane.
Anel Chamo. Aiden Campbell. Frances Catherine Cannon. Ned Liang Carlson. Sylvia Rose Gilroy Casella. Samuel Edward Catterall. Tilden Joseph Chow. Elena Jennifer Chatterchan. Valerie Equin Chen. David Fonda Chang. Elena Zhen Chung. Veda Kadili Chickamrain. Thomas Edward Kristen. Akira J.L. Clanton. Erica J.L. Clanton.
You good, Erica?
Alex Pierre Clavel. Julia Coco. Roxy Teresa Coluccio. Ingrid Kathleen Comella. Kaylee Ann Compton.
Jonathan Noah Cornell. Hannah Victoria Courtwright. Nicholas Michael Cottrell.
Quinlan Irene Cox. Molly Ledley Cregan. Isaiah Alexander E. Cruz.
Jasmine Lourdes Cuevas.
Ari Gabriel Cummings. Owen Paul Cummings. Joshua Delorme Novakowski. Mateus Roger Dureau. Eleanor Jane Derry. Savannah Lee Douglas. Andriana Liren Downing Zhang.
Yes, girl, yes.
Erin Mary Dracup. Mira Driscoll. Elliot Michael Dugan. Asha Chandra Duhan. Jack David Duthie. Coria Odelia Easton.
Riley Ebner.
Rachel Edginton. Emma Esme Ellis. Joy Marie MD. Tarem Om. Peter Van Dyke Estel. Sydney Maya Exantis. Kasia Ying Fadiva. Chloe Serena Feindrick. Jackson Harry Folk. Atman Fardusi.
Samantha May Fields.
Jesse Michael Furman. Nicholas Aaron Fletcher. Noel Patrick Foster. Chance Allen Freeland. Megan Hollister Freitag. Catherine Elise Frisbee.
Lennox Irie Galbraith.
Kieran David Galloway. Reynold Gao. Kush Garg. Priya Grace Garmhausen. Megana Gavaranini. Owen Roger Glam. Abigail Lily Glickman. Ella Blue Goodman. Kelty Gwynn Goodrow. Julian Patrick Grace Martin.
Yes, Julian.
Zoe Nicole Gross. Jack Moulton Greenberg.
You're doing a great job.
Lucas Wesley Gruen. Isaiah Emil Gutman. Jisoo Ha. Cadence Bishkoff Habik. Noah Julian Harrington Tenney. Trey Montgomery Harris. James Alvin Herod. Corinne Jane Daniels Hartshorn. Asa Niles Haskin Smith.
Braden Haverlock. Anaya Hawkins.
Megan Elizabeth Hay. Riley Patrick Heiss. Brianna Nicole Henderson. Nicole Renee Hearn. Gabriella Higashi. Renwick James Hogg. Emily Hong. Isaiah House. Drake McAllister Howard. Keely Howe. Nicolette Adriana Marie Howe Vasquez.
Chakola.
Natalie Ann Irwin. Mohan Emil Jewett. Leonard Jung.
Venu Kadiali. Sarah Carnes. Dora Casabova. Aurora Van Buren Kiefer. Soo Jin Kim. Ren Franson Kingsley. Mackenzie Caitlin Claben. Marin Renee Korb. Anya Lenzenweger Korfine. Magda Helena Kasowska. Mikhail Kuznetsov. Alexander Preston Kraus. Sarah Esther Kuntz. Riley Susan Kortnick.
Nicholas Lane.
Jeffrey Charles Lance.
Ed Dallaire.
Rotem Leshed. Caleb Levine. Maria Lima Vieira. Joey Lynn. Laura Yu Lin. Derek DeAndre Little Jr. Shannon Rose Lair. Liam Kelvy Lowry. Hannah Grace McLean. Erin Catherine R. Magnus. Brianna Ann Mallory. Sydney Elizabeth Malone. Julian Richard Mangino. Isaac Ital Rocco Mariani. Frederick Willem Marone. Zoe Sarah Marshner. Ryan Nathaniel Clarence D. Mayu. Brenna Nicole Major. Star Doris Virginia McCord. Marshall Gregory McGrath. Talk Nicholas McKee. Benjamin Allen McClafferty. Sankofa Bouquet McLaurin. Julia Macenis. Zachary Esaias Macenis. Gillespie Zoot Marode. Lauren Michelle Miller. Bryce Easton Mitchell. Luke Xavier Monahan. Alexander Lucas Mueller. Emily Sue Miotno.
Michael Elvin Nelson.
Alexander Pavlovich Nikulin. Tulani Mavayo Saeed Ntambela. Jackson Thomas Oates. Michael John O'Banion II. Rachel Elizabeth O'Brien.
Cassette Laurel Passion. Matthew Palmer. Christopher Daniel Parker. Elizabeth Rose Simone Parks. Yes, Lizzie. Yes, Lizzie. Oh. So proud of you, Lizzie. Who's gonna cry? Sophia Pat. A. Monday Paw. Semnang Sellers Payne. Julian Lindbergh Perry. Alexander Brian Peterson. Gabriel Dennis Peterson. Max Petroff. Catherine Hannah Phillip. Nicole Grigorievna Pikulik. She made me do it. Kevin Place. Dakota William Podofalski Worcester. Michael Allen Predmore. Sherry Chan. Jerry Lynn Angelica Quinones. Christopher John Reklinski. Eleanor Myers Randall. Molly Catherine Reed. Devin Rain. William Rendelman. Kennedy Bridget Reynolds. Jonathan Taro Rudy. Tina Richards. Angelito Jose Luis Rivera Barrett. Shentai Zenai Rivkin Denham L. Tatiana Chanel Rollins. Juliana Rosa. Sean Patrick Ross. Isabel Wiles Rubin. Prachi Ruth Ruina. Juliana Marie Juliana Maria Seguis. Really, that's the name I mess up on? Meredith Page Salmon. Dudley Solomon Penn. Luke Santana. Hazel Keitha Schrader. William Schultz.
Haik Shakzadian. Eleanor Claire Shanton. Felix Changshuo Shi.
Pa Ta Shu.
Nathaniel Andrew Simons. Wesley David Sine. Mirabai Lin Singh. Kara Michelle Scrubis.
Madison Monique Smith.
Emma Camille Sorensen. Michael Eamon Sornberger. Molly Wright Spackman. Hannah Jo Stedman. Margot Sophia Stern. Anna Leora Stevens. Evan James Stevens. Julius Hugo Strook. Rebecca Suzanne Stupp. Madison Elizabeth Swanhart. Layla Dove Swingle. Eliana Hubble Tab. Justin Dongli Tan. Luke Stephen Taylor. Ariana Starling Tellendrew. Cian Melvin Thomas. Wayan Tin. Ewan Declan Todd Touchner. Derek Allen Tombarelli. Dominic Jamal Towns. Thomas Ravi Travers. Andre Tumbar. David Angus Eulig. Jasmine Hansen Umragar. Pamela Marie Varette. Max Sawyer Weisbrot. Lynn Pascal Walker. Amy Wong. William Kangwen Wong. Anna Elizabeth Ward. Menelik Weatherspoon. Brenna Weaver. Danu Shanley Weaver. Louis Richard Webster. Emma Elizabeth Wishy. Cynthia Marie Westcott. Daniel Cole Whittier. Nicholas John White. Lucy Louise Williams.
Nano Wynn.
Addison Porter Wolf. Rashana Helena Woodfin. Sophie Jo Ray. Jaden Gabriel Wright. Aurora Ann Wolf. Marvin Yuwang Yang. Tony Shintong Yang. Kalina Ariana Yearwood. Joa Yi. Joseph Yoon. Dean Andrew Zervos. And Priscilla Elizabeth Ziefel.
Graduates, graduates, can you hear this? Graduates, the faculty and staff of Ithaca High School wish you well in future endeavors. It's now time to adjust those tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to give you the Ithaca High School class of 2019 is officially graduated. That concludes our ceremony. Have a safe trip home. Student